We're talking about Giant Slayer or Slithery Finisher, man. First of all, 200,000 VC giveaway right here on the channel. So if you want to participate or have a chance to win 200,000 VC, then please subscribe to this channel and also join our Discord. The link will be in the description below, and there'll also be a comment. The very top pinned comment will be to join our Discord for your chance to win 200,000 VC. This is to commemorate us hitting 10,000 subscribers, and is also to bring in the holiday season. And I wish you guys and your family a great holiday season this year. Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's All City Live TV. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Giant Slayer and the Slithery Finisher badge. Have you guys been on 2K and tell me if this ever happened to you guys? Listen, you're out there, you got the same badges, the same amount of boosts, the same Gatorade, the same layup and dunking packages, but your player plays completely differently from either one game to the next, one day to the next, one court to the next. There seems to be a constant change. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist type of dude. There's not a conspiracy theory type of channel, but there is an article out there. Shout out to Jack Bill. Jack Bill dropped this article about a patent that 2K has, which I'll pull up on the screen right now. We're gonna pause this right quick, and I'm gonna pull this article up right quick just so you guys know what I'm talking about. The link will be in the description. I'm not gonna read through it, but it says here at the top: systems and methods for simulating a particular user in an interactive computer system. So I read the whole article through, and it's basically saying, hey, they want to simulate your actions and they monitor your inputs. And what I mean by inputs is that anytime the user input is anytime you press a controller, you press a button on your controller. For every single time that you press a button on your controller, it monitors your inputs, and then it attempts to create some sort of simulation around your inputs. Now take that into consideration as to why you feel like the game is ever so changing around you every single day. Take that into consideration when you got 2K. You know how money hungry they are. You know they want to get you to purchase VC. Very often I come across a situation, and this has been throughout our live streams continuously, where I say, hey, listen, you can't have too much fun out there. I say, how many times have I said in our live stream, hey, they got fun meters on your controller, they're monitoring you, don't have too much fun, or don't smile too hard, because then 2K is gonna drop them sliders on you. I always said that jokingly, but we come to find out that they have an actual patent. Take-Two Interactive I'll leave the link for that article in the description in case you guys haven't seen the video by Jack Bill. But I've always said that they're monitoring our inputs, like they're monitoring how we play, the inputs that we have in, when we're enjoying ourselves, whatever. Anyway, at least I've always said that jokingly, but it looks like now we have a little bit of evidence that kind of indicates they are monitoring your user inputs, and there's maybe reason as to why your player is changing day to day. And it may just be a matter of an actual sim. It may not be a dev who's targeting you and lowering your sliders in particular, but there is a system out there that's monitoring your user inputs. And this may be why you see when somebody lags out, other people's AIs are more goated than others, and other people's AIs may be more inclined to just shoot that thing or drive into the rack because they're simulating the user's input. So when they put an AI in place of that user, the AI tries its best to play in accordance to the user inputs, so for that player. Anyway, I don't want to get too technical about this, but Giant Slayer and Slithery Finisher. So I'm on live stream. I do this every day. We go through changes. Matter of fact, we take notice of the changes during our live stream, and we try to make adjustments. And this is with everybody in the live stream. We create dialogue. Everybody helps each other out. They're watching me. They're seeing how my gameplay has changed. Hey, maybe you should try this. Maybe you should try that. Well, this is what we do. But anyway, I came to the conclusion that although I had the same badge set up for like maybe a week or two now, I come to the conclusion yesterday, because it was so in your face, the change was so in your face, my player was completely different and he was not finishing. Point blank, period. My player was OP the day prior, the day after, the day before that. Get on the game yesterday. All of a sudden, this man is doing the goofiest layups. He can't even take off. He has a whole open lane, and he'd rather lay the rock up and get blocked out there. So I said, all right, we're gonna see what happens. I said, we're gonna rearrange these badges, because as soon as you start learning the animations and what animations are tied into your badges, then you can make adjustments properly. And this is what comes with analyzing all of the animations that are tied into your badges. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna stop this right quick, and I'm gonna bring up Elgato. Hey, we just got another sub. So I'm gonna bring up my Elgato, and we're gonna go into the badges right here, and I'm gonna show you guys what had happened. So I had Giant Slayer equipped. I also had Slithery Finisher off, because it was just a few weeks ago where Slithery Finisher was giving me these animations, and I'm like, he looks like, you know, Slithery Finisher is a badge to kind of avoid contact. Although the player was trying his best to avoid contact in a certain way, he was moving. My player was moving out the way, in a sense, as if there was a defender right in front of him. He'll move out the way for no reason. There's nobody there, so he'll actually move out the way and then give the ball to the defender that's coming along the right side. So it really made no sense, and I knew those were Slithery Finisher animations, so I took the badge off. Immediately saw a change, put on Giant Slayer. That was a few weeks ago. Now we come to this point where I notice, hey, my player's just laying the ball up, but not only that, he's handing it to them, and he refuses to take off. He refuses to hit that launch pad. And that was Giant Slayer. Those are Giant Slayer animations. You learn the Giant Slayer animations. They're very easy to point out when you see the Giant Slayer animation, because he really takes it directly up to the rack, and he goes up hard. He kind of just lunges his body to the rack despite whatever player's in the paint. He'll just lunge his body. So you go take a 7-3 center and you go lunge your body against a 7-3 center, and you know, if 2K lowered the sliders on you, the Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame ain't gonna save you. And that's what was happening yesterday. So I took off Giant Slayer, dropped that badge, re-equipped Slithery. And now, I had a Pro Touch on Silver. I ended up splitting it, Pro Touch and Consistent Finisher. Goated! After I made this change, we're talking about, oh my God. So, when I say so different, how the matter of just adjusting your badges, let me know if you guys have different badge setups, or a particular badge setup is more ideal for your player. So be it. I just adjust my badges in accordance to how I play, my playing style, and what works for me. I made these adjustments, and I'm talking about immediately. My player was way more responsive to this badge setup. Now, why is that the case? Why does your player change from week to week? Go check out that article. Yeah, the article is pretty interesting, and although it may be a little difficult for some of you young boys to understand, it's very easy when you play this game day in and day out, and you see the actual changes taking place to your players. So you say, hey, whoa. Why did my player change? Why do I have an open lane and I can't take it? Why can't I launch off? And why is my player not launching and getting that dunk animation that I know I have set up with my dunk packages? I didn't change anything. I got Gatorade, I got my drills done, I got boost on. What's changed? 2K changed. That's what's changed. 2K adjusted some sliders or whatever algorithm or simulation they got that's monitoring your user inputs. They made sure that there's something that changed in your player. All you got to do is find a way to counter their changes. and readjusting some of these badges is a great way to counter the changes that take place on a week-to-week basis with 2K. So I put on Slithery Finisher, and now all of a sudden I'm goated out there. Now all of a sudden, we're gonna put the Elgato back down. Now all of a sudden I'm banging out. I'm taking it to the rack. Fancy footwork and my hop steps are working beautifully. My layups in the paint are not goofy. He's actually in there working his way to get a better animation. Listen, man, this wasn't the case just a week ago, so please don't go telling me that Slithery Finisher is always. One of my best videos on the channel is about Slithery Finisher. It was one of my favorite badges until a couple of weeks ago, and it started changing. So then I unequipped Slithery Finisher, and I realized that right away, the same way I saw the change last night. Second I took Slithery Finisher off, right away my player was playing differently. So I re-equipped Slithery Finisher now. Took off Giant Slayer, and it seems like there's gonna be a constant change between those two badges. That's what it's looking like to me. It seems like whatever 2K is doing with the sliders on their end, whatever simulation or algorithm they got going on, it's adjusting the animations between those two badges and how effective they are. So keep that in mind. If you find out that your player is not finishing out there, or there's something odd that's going on with your player, it may be due to the Giant Slayer and Slithery Finisher badges. I don't recommend equipping both of them together. Trust me, I think that'd be a nightmare or a soup bowl of animations that you cannot control, because Giant Slayer alone forces you way in and aggressively. Slithery forces you to avoid contact. So the two badges alone, the two badges together, I don't necessarily recommend. So definitely something to consider. If you find your players looking goofy out there, check out Giant Slayer, Slithery Finisher. Maybe you have to, and I can't call it when one would work, when one, doesn't work. It's just a matter of you unequipping and re-equipping these badges depending on what's going on with 2K. So 200,000 VC giveaway. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget, we got that giveaway coming up soon to commemorate 10,000 subscribers. All thanks to you guys, because you guys have been absolutely amazing, and that body is for you right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, please consider subscribing and helping us hit that 10K. Join our Discord, a great information resource for you guys. If you're looking for players, you don't have anybody to run with, you're tired of running with randoms, join our Discord. The link will be in the description. It'll also be the top pinned comment. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K20 content coming your way. And if you want to stay connected with me and the All City Live TV community, then join us on Twitch and Discord. The links will be in the description below. Easy, y'all.